Hey, how much? You already got yours. Go lay down. You got yours. You don't like the bones anyway, so. Você quer um osso? Então, um osso. Tá. Não, você tá aqui, mano. Gastando essa confusão toda e não tá comendo. The switch should be through these doors by confessional of Upasa the Elder. Why it's not open? Magic appears to be flown through the walls, but it's being obstructed as it approaches the door. It's not strange that the only one of these pedestals bear an owl statue. Strange indeed, the second statue was likely hidden to keep the door sealed. We can cover ground if we split up. I may take the chamber to the south, like bring it to the east, and we'll search the chamber to the west. Now I'm back where I was supposed to come in through. It is connected, it's just I have to go up. And it would have lead me right through the statue. Look at that. Statue, you found it. It looks like enough, light enough. You need to return it to the altar, no? One might assume so, but nothing about these ruins is ever quite simple. I sense a strange energy emerging from the eyes of the statue in the corridor of this place. Should this figure be moved, it would not surprise me that they suddenly start to like a trap for the unsuspecting as they attempt to return this to the rightful place. Precisely, cautions will never us here. Which is why I would ask you to deliver this statue to the main chamber. And the abundant magic yet courses through the walls, with my eyes distinctly so, I believe yours, on your other hand, would more happily perceive the traps as they dare. Alright, then we'll meet you at the door of the confessional. Rafik! Rafik! Oh, color. So I had to go around the eyes. Oh, that was such a pain in the butt then. I bet this means an end to the tricks and traps of these ruins. Well done. You are but one step from entering Revo, but I must warn you, this last step without question is the most perilous. Overcome this final trial, we open to you a path laden with more puzzles and traps. I'm sure the Emperor always takes such pleasure in wasting the time of his allies. Hmm. Let us end this, Lightbringer, while time is yet on our side. Baked. Before we enter, I will tell you that the trial awaits you. The chamber is said to be filled with all manners of devices to keep trespassers away from the switch. The most potent being wards of displacement. They may very well force you into danger. Should we become separated, please use these. Whispering Winds. They will allow us to communicate no matter where we may find ourselves. I think Lightbringer and I can work out how we use these well enough. Thank you. The sooner we finish here, the sooner we can go to the others. Oh, it's a fucking dungeon. Door. They have made a curse any who enter the pyramid. But they're circling. Sister, can you hear me? Two soldiers have broken through the... Follow them, and they are not to reach the temple, understood? A pair of soldiers somehow made it past my sisters. No doubt they're on the way. All more reasons to should we hurry then. Separate chambers and mace poison. Cough nullifies magic. His mink burned on the floor. That goes that way. Oh, I remember doing this in Pokemon. Emmy is little to the others. We don't hurt.
Away with you!
How did they go to the other side?
Here I come! No holding back! It seems to be working. I think not.
General, hold on! Huh?
Expertly done.
How was I to know that that would happen? It looked like any other part of the floor. Might now be an opportune time to strike a bargain? We poisoned a number of villagers in Slitherbough with a toxin brewed for us by the children. This is the antidote. I dare say you know how potent their concoctions are, and the futility of trying to counteract their effects. Now, try anything here, and we're all likely to fall. Eventually someone will come to our rescue, or yours. Promise us safe passage, and we'll give you the antidote. Do we have a deal?
We do not negotiate with the enemy. The villagers' lives are forfeit, as is yours.
General?
Do not fail.
How noble and pointless.
Is everyone all right? What in the...
Urianger! At once! Down with you!
Where is Y'shtola?
hole might lead out of the wood somewhere. Where the another means of exiting the temple, there is no question that we would know of it. But I fear that there is little consequence. Trying to mark the depth of the pit and we failed. The fall from such height. Cranberry news. Morian soldier, the children have fled to Imash. The abandoned Slitherbarrow as of well, though yet remains swamp near Lakeland. Unfortunately, the number of the blasts were poisoned while fending off the soldiers. One we believe to be the older was found lost and known, feverish, and badly wounded. He was taken now for treatment, but I fear there is little to find. We have he and the other blast. There. Then we must act quickly. If you have a spare vial, Ophelia, I can deliver it to the blast facility. You and Uri and Shid should return to Fanao and tend to the wounded village. Seemed careless of us to leave, but she leaped into the hole for a reason. We have to save the blast, whatever it takes. My sister will remain here. We must be certain the soldiers are still lurking about. To Fanao. Rafik. And to run an administration. It was a gust of wind, so she probably found a way to move up.
Runar. Thank goodness.
We delivered the antidote to Slitherbough, and from what we could gather on the way here, the Ulmorans have had the good manners to withdraw. Thank the gods they did, or we would never have made it here in time. I'm told we have Runar and his comrades to thank for keeping the soldiers occupied prior to their retreat. They were preparing to come for you and Y'shtola, it seems, when Runar rallied the villagers and pursued them out of Slitherbough.
Slitherbough. Snake fighters.
Where am I?
Ixmaya, in the care of the Vis. Thou art safe now, friend. Pray, rest thee a while longer.
No. No, I am all right. Somewhat heavy of limb, perhaps, but otherwise well, I assure you. I am glad to see you are all safe. When we realized where the soldiers were headed, we knew something had to be done.
Where is Y'shtola?
I
Master
do
Myota.
not see Master Matoya. She was with you, yes? What happened to her? Spare me your riddles and speak plain. Where is Master Matoya? No. No. No, that cannot be. Why would she do such a thing? Was there no other way? I cannot believe that she... We must begin the search immediately. I will come with you. What are you waiting for? We must find her. She could be trapped, or hurt, or... She is alive. She is alive, damn you!
Forgive me for interrupting, but our scouts have apprehended an intruder. We thought perhaps he might be an associate of yours.
Oh, look who it is.
Well, this is embarrassing. In my defense, they are surprisingly tenacious. So, what trouble have you gotten yourselves into this time? Well, well. What an intriguing turn of events. My condolences, by the way. 'Tis never easy to lose the ones we love. Well, she is dead, isn't she? Wishing it were otherwise will not make it so.
That you should be indifferent to her loss is no surprise. But to us, she was a friend. The best of friends.
You have something on your mind. What is it?
Pray recount to us again that which thou witnessed in the ruins, omitting not the slightest detail.
Flow. The teleportation magic she used to spirit us away from Uldar after the bloody banquet. I recall a similar gale in the tunnel before it took effect.
Interesting. I thought I sensed a brief disturbance in the live stream. How reassuring to know it was not my imagination. I felt it only once, I should mention, which would suggest she is still adrift on its currents.
Then I fear she may yet be lost to us. For it was only by the grace of the elementals that she was plucked from that great ethereal river.
Ah, very well. I'll go and fetch her. Perhaps a clear and unambiguous act of kindness will serve to win the trust you seem so determined to deny me.
You like a clown that plays both sides. Keeping close to you, venture to the woods. Brighter the glow. Target location resonates with the live stream. Once you found it, likely spot you need to do is whistle. Know how to whistle, don't you, hero? Just put your lips together and blow. You find the location and then search the area marked maps. Terrific. No, that is definitely not the right way. faintly. Warmly. Is it by the road? Makes sense why the flowers.
Yes, this place should serve well enough. Might I have a little space? I need to concentrate. Now then, what color was her soul again? Ah, there you are.
He's done it. He's brought her back.
Come. So, there you go, Baba. Oh.
Y'shtola, are you all right?
Yes, though I cannot imagine how. What happened?
Thou didst invoke the power of flow, which thence did usher thy soul unto the life stream.
I wanted to save the antidote, and after that... I did something exceedingly reckless, for which you will just have to forgive me.
Master Matoya! Oh, thank the heavens you're all right. I had nearly given up hope.
Please, Renard, dry your tears. What would the others think if they saw you like this?
They're both cats.
Come now. Did you really think I would go gently into that dark night with so much left undone? So many mysteries left unsolved?
Is there aught you wish to say to me? A word of thanks, perhaps?
Emmet Selk, the Ascian of whom I spoke. 'Twas he who plucked thee from the life stream.
I see. Thank you. Differences notwithstanding, you saved my life, and for that I am grateful. But let us turn our attention to more important matters, such as the Katana Ravel. You had better not have explored its depths without me.
Well, Almet and the others should be pleased to see you in such uncharacteristically high spirits. Let us return to Fanoff then, and discuss the coming expedition.
Such a reunion that was, Fred brought a tear to my eye. But as you both know, such tender moments are nothing if not momentary. Before long, they will remember there are many differences and return to squabbling. Flatter will get you nowhere, dear boy. But seriously, as we Asians do what we do for greater good, for the rejoining. Though we may sow seeds of chaos, a man who tends them, we still want to harvest. But I grow tired of these arguments. If you would kindly refrain from return to your accustomed brooding silence, I will take it as a thank you for the rescue companions and leave it at that. Now, we mustn't keep friends waiting. Well, through such an ordeal, I could see no other way to save Night Blast. Happily, both they and the uplifting shield. But our work here is not yet done. We must ready to enter. Sword. Now we gotta do this plus quest so I can get another stone. Esteemed guests whom I heard so much, my name is Michu. As I understand, you will soon leave in the national field. Confident though, with each passing years, more and more of our hunters are lost to the eaters. We never particularly found their people, now it's impossible to sustain our numbers. But we will not be driven from our homes, our living. So as long as the tree of the great wood stands, so too shall we. In renewing union forest, we will hold a small ceremony where within we offer prayers to the gods. Would you honor us by serving as a witness to this petition to the gods? Very good. I should mention the ceremony is not formal affairs. In fact, it can be quiet, lively. But for hardened warriors such as you, it should prove no trouble at all. When you are ready, travel north to the Morning Star and speak with my student, Fina. She will explain the rites. Okay, towards the fucking... What business brings you to Morning Star? Are you and you accepted? This is such an honor. Thank you for coming. Goddess, my manners. My name is Fina. I'm pleasure to meet you, and this is my sister, Fiona. How do you do? Are you certain this is wise? I realize he's an ally of our people, but ceremony is not meant for outsiders. We cannot go against Master Lanina's wishes. Besides, we may never again have such opportunity. If you insist. Now let's tell you about the ceremony. As Master Lanina has likely already explained, we will renew our bonds with the Great Wood through prayer. To ensure our prayers reach to the gods, however, we must first beseech the spirits of the forest for aid. Once summoned, we must prove ourselves worthy through combat. Only then will our prayers be delivered unto the heavens. As witness to the rites, it is up to you to do battle with the spirits. If you are still willing, of course. Wonderful. This will be ceremony to remember. Shall we begin then? Close your eyes and we will attempt to draw forth spirits within our prayers. O gods of the great wood, bringer of bounty and wisdom, we call to you now to renew our vows. With the strength to protect these lands, to be the shield that guard against the cursed light, we seek combat with your children, the spirits of the woods, to prove to you our worth. By the gods, fire and water. In this case, fire and ice. The spirit opposes force, fire and ice. A terrible omen. Our prayers are enough to suppress their strength, but we cannot cast them out alone. Please, you must strike down before they wander off into the woods. Kiss of fire, kiss of ice. Thank you for your help, but the light of what we have witnessed, I think the beasts we call off for the ceremony for now. The spirits of opposing element is the most dire of ohms. Discord between them will prevent our prayers from reaching the gods. And this would not have happened were he not here. We may try on tomorrow, but we cannot be allowed to attend. Sister, please, he is our guest, handpicked by Master Lanier. My apologies. Seems your attendance was not meant to be. Would you go inform Master Lanier what happened? We must remain here to clear the altar. Rapid, my heavy cola. Back so soon out of the ceremony. Fire and ice, thank goodness they were not hurt. It's never too late to begin the ceremony anew, but I fear that the source of our troubles has not to do with the spirits. The ritual which you bore witness requires no less than 2 practitioners to summon the spirits of the woods. They must be one-minded and one heart. Historically, it has always been blood relatives who were chosen. If what you say is true, and not one of the true spirits answered their call, it is a sign of disharmony between them. Until we discover the source of attempting the ritual again, could prove disastrous. But if I fear that the others will not forthcoming with information were I to press the subject for our esteemed guest and ally Ronka, on the other hand, I believe they would be willing to speak freely. Would you speak with these people, Fauna, to see how they are out of trouble between Fina and Sinua? Yes. Because, they would have known this before and they should have told the girls. Sina, all the found, I can think of no one closer. These little wonders, they were chosen to petition the spirits of the wood. In a sense, we consider all here to be family, but the twins are said to have especially powerful bonds. Which is why I have been so strange to see them argue recent days. They have not been the same since the children of Ilmar soldiers reached the border. Speak with Suno quite often, actually, about the history of the duty of the late emperor. We were once nomadic people, and so the legend says, but Eve Shmaja, in her boundless love, thought to bless us with home, and so she appeared before the Emperor Ronka in a dream and bade him to allow into his kingdom. That is how we found a home, a purpose, the unit determined to protect both. I spoke with Fina not long ago. She heard that I was considering leaving Fana and wished to talk. This decision not to be made lightly, but we may never return once we leave. But now that you and your companions are here, I feel our duty has been fulfilled, and I understand the ruins must be protected from the children, but what difference does one guard make? Fina shares my feelings on the matter, and has also considered leaving. I see. Feeling yearns to explore the outside world, but Siona would remain hidden from it. For as long as I can remember, they were inseparable. Fina mindfulness tempered with Sina's pragmatism. I never realized such a difference in the principles could divide them so. we have finished with the altar. I gather we have appraised Massimo what happened. We wish to apologize for. There is no need, however. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, so we'll get the last one. With the Morians gone, your companions is now returned. I think it's best to go now before it continues. With magic blown once more through the Great Pyramid of Uxnir, the entrance to the Quinton Revel should now be open. But with the Yuri Ancient, did you discover anything that we may suggest the Light One hides elsewhere? Nay, though we had but little time before the most welcoming arrived, we scoured the nearby environment and spoke once more with the one called Perilla. Having hearkened to her tale, it is my judgment that the scene to which her late mother did ask thee was indeed the being we seek, and that it most likely resides in the city of Fall. In the absence of subsequent sighting, I have no reason to believe our quarry hard new sanctuary. Given the considerable difficulty we face to reaching the falls, you may have been the heart to serve the madman. And of course it's clear. We must navigate the Quinta River and the Hickey Falls. Knowledge of which is right, allies Ronka, you are welcome to explore. Survey every elm of it once our mission is complete. Were the Emperor still alive, he would overjoyed to hear you say so. But I must warn you, though it may way is open, it will still be heavily guarded. To discourage trespassers and attest the worthy allies, it has to be so. Be careful in there. And to the east, you will find the path to Azure Flowers, leading to the rival. I wish you safe passages through its hall. Yes, bunny Amazons. I know I cannot dissuade you from going, so definitely I must meet you. You need not to worry, Runa. I shall return and bring me long-awaited gifts. One night blessed will treasure now and forevermore. Let us always away with us. Let us away. Follow the blue flowers. That golden braid. It's azure flowers. You can feel the influence of the door. A gentle push may be always required. Stay on your guard, Lightbringer. We will know what awaits you. What are you playing? Oh, okay. I had a dungeon, but it's okay. You can keep playing. I'll just queue up for it. Let's do a level hard. You say this does not surprise me. Yes, treated all the exceptions suspicious from the start. With the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a Hilbungur. If you're not a friend, the specters should be none the wiser. Haha. If we had hope that those who fish under the canopy over there, you may just you wait, fiend. Rip the mask of your fate and reveal you. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of the tongue could showcase them dangers. So basically, like, they're trying to discover who is this culprit. For those of you that doesn't know, the side story. Miss Elliot, ready your quill and you might record every word. Battling, just catch the thief, and so we can have my story. Don't you worry, inspectors. I bought my quill and my journal too. Drawing pens will not miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold as I is there operating the mice. Good evening, Master Urumu. And a fine evening must be for you most of all. Allow me to offer the most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchantment Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter. You just who in the seven hell are you? for guards. Now, older Chocobo Gurumo. I recognize the lad. This is Hilbrim, agent of Inquiry Inspector Extraordinaire, come to save the lovely lads from the cultures of the Phantom Thief. I reckon we owe the man our gratitude, the Vanas. The Phantom Thief is not, and rot if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite beautiful indeed to have such a rumor told about her. Perhaps she's worth of me after all. He excused the unusual degree of confidence for such airfreight fashion challenge you. Most suspicious. He's a damn sight easy on the eyes than you. Ah, that Barney's very calm in the face of danger. Truly father of son. Worthy of variable gold, worthy match for my daughter. I must say, yes, we're seeing many years of prosperous our family. Which reminds me, Master Venom. Annabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. He has not left her in an accent lately. Tell your daughter that the greatest treasure in the realm will be hers once we wed. We sleep with our fishes now, Morgan. Not spoken out to on behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between three strikes be particularly unnatural. Let us not rush to conclusion, Miss Ellie. The gentleman fancies more metaphorical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops. I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't it? Everything proceeding according to master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting you don't know in low heart who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Good sir. Very much them some sort of evening says. Oh no, pleasure is me, my do tell. Lapis maiden lovely, yes. But like she's getting on ears, often intend, my dear. But where is my man, are you? And the wife's city. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you in your room. I dare say this wedding is joining together our family business. Couldn't be happening in a better time. With all my nature. Like just the other day, shipment. Halfway by Latin brewers. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. We're 20 years younger, dice them up myself, follow them up. Yes, I have heard mandragores happening. But of course, once we spend many years honing mine with the fist of Rago, my fellow monks and I will chant several hundreds mantra. What's this? What at the food store were occasionally raided ruthless bandits, were known as mandragores, yes? Would it kill you to read the myth through eye and educate yourself from time to time? Fearsome lot they are. Rumors are that the rest into food or vegetable harvest for the consumption. has been freed from captivity and their track of supplies to the get away. We should arrange an emergency shipment to replace the stolen procedure soon. Settle down. Forgive me, my wife. She always saying how meat is bad for her figure. And we, with that, best be prepared for speech. None of these three suspicious is the least. But we must not give up hope. At least many faces will laugh on. Whether we imagine just to find a way, not sure. We must move quickly to the lapsed maiden, shall we? Arms. You speak fast, Inspector, the sign of quick mind. Sure now, where was I give up hope? As many faces laugh last. Lapis maiden. I'm not sure the capture of the Inspector intend to mean. And this is no time for us to be standing around, Inspector. We'll be back in a moment now. Not the time to suffer excuses. By Silmas. Unfortunately, we have a plan to let us investigate the foodstuff. Folk. Should we find any contradiction to his testimony, we could consider. Inspector Brady will be back before long. Come to think. Luscious looking coconuts. It appears to be a man Leverhart spoke to. It gads. Are those explosive I spy concealed among these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear that we have found our phantom thief, after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down. See, those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Now sure, far be it more about choice of hobbles, but what the name of the 12 would you possess to bring creations to an investigation? Well, if they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time, I just thought, doesn't this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwoods either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, but this event, I fear, is somewhat misdirected. Now that the driftwood there, here goes the trade taking notes, and I'll show you where us are. I say we're most fortunate to conduct the inspector. Otherwise, occupied by the moment he tends to the scene. Now let's dispose of these things before Amber sends us all the furry demise. Found the inspector. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh, I don't look now, but someone has returned absolute worst possible time. You two are supposed to be keeping an eye on our suspect and staying out of trouble, yes? Inspector will have a fit in his eyes, you see. Miss Ellie, shouldn't the Inspector Brady come upon these explosive and consequences will be even more dire? And I will see the inspector keep it by birth of this speech. You two should just go here. Quick thinking, Mr. Elliot. Come, Marshal. We shall return your creation. Inspector Brady has been led to safely to the scene. Investigation. So Hilbrand has managed thus far to destroy anything? Consider me something I must resemble and impressed. Indeed, but enough about Hilbrand. Like Bring and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. Should we go somewhere quiet? An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Yes, the spot just over there by the crates would suffice. There, all places? But surely we cannot find somewhere scenic. I'm not here on vacation, I'm here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have a convention. Overheard, that junk literally should be afforded as privacy. Bloody hells, don't worry, I figured some way out to lead them out of clear bombs. It is just me, and it's a bit chill in the air. Perhaps we should go somewhere warm. For one, welcome respite the sweat. Besides, this is not take long. If you insist, Inspector. But the question of the brass blade attack of Quarry, I have identified three will be a thief in disguise. Morgan, Yelto, and Langar. The three of us shall split up and each you two are listening? Of course, we beg your pardon, Inspector. Looking well, Miss Elliot. Perhaps I too feel a little chill wind blowing. Perhaps we should be continuing conversation elsewhere. Wait here. We shall build us a fire. Take a leaves of his senses. The chance of locating soon. Serve perfectly, as we are fortunate to have it. Flintstone, my purse. His face. There's no cause for alarm. The blood it pours through the veins, but I could not fathom a series of events that would such a calm, composure individual to lose firm grip of the fiery torch. We're flying, and he's gonna hit the fire. Ready to proceed according to the plan. Could this be another challenge by our friend? It looks like nothing like our usual cards. These doublets. They are a little raving. Perhaps so we must exercise due cautions on pages. more direct and prepare for this challenge. There can be no doubt this is the sender, but is the talk of another victim. Brayden will meet a fiery demise. It's gonna sneeze and everything's gonna blow. To be continued. Oh my god, Absol. The baboon. We had a chimera.
The Light Warden is dead. The Blessed's prayers have been answered.
Aye, that they have.
His condition yet troubleth thee?
It does. Though he shows no immediate signs of corruption, the danger remains. He must be told.
He already knows.
Would you describe it to me, Urianger? Paint for me a picture with your words.
A sea of shimmering stars. Diamonds strewn across a raven gown. Boundless and beautiful. 'Tis an exquisite sight, not unlike that of the source. Calm and gentle and forgiving.
I can see it.
For however deep the void, or wide the expanse, there is no shore so distant as to be beyond the reach of light. Ominous though that may sound, given our present travails.
Well fought. Let us return home. The murals. If I am not mistaken, they predate the Empire.
How can you tell?
A peculiarity of the paint. Most are made from mineral-based pigments, but whatever was used here is older than anything I have ever seen. According to Almet, this sanctuary was built to preserve the wisdom of the ancients. What events do these murals commemorate, I wonder?
Must you always linger after defeating your enemies? Navigating these halls on foot is exhausting.
Come to lead us to safety, have you?
I was bored. But how is the hero of the hour? Fighting fit, I see. Keep up the good work.
You're plotting something.
Every hour of every day. But never you mind about that. As I have told you 1,000 times before, I like to watch. Nothing more. Well, I would quit this place and I suggest you do the same. There is yet work to be done. Ah, there is a sight to bring a tear to the eye.
You recognize these scenes?
That I do. Indeed, there was a time when anyone and everyone would. Until one calamitous day when the world was divided across 10 and 3 reflections, sundering the land and all who dwelled upon it. And the worst part? No one could remember it. Not really. Just fragments and fleeting memories of an achingly familiar world. A vision shared of a paradise lost, preserved only in song and scripture and paint. Once upon a time. Yet here we find ourselves again, to look, learn, and remember.
Then share with us the stories you know so well. We are listening.
Before the Great Sundering, there was one world. A world that knew naught but peace and prosperity. Until it was faced with a crisis. Unprecedented, terrifying. Civilization found itself perched upon a precipice, staring into oblivion. But through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest. Zodiac was his name, and by his grace was the calamity averted.
Zodiac.
A savior mighty and magnificent, deserving of reverence and gratitude. One would have thought, yet some thought otherwise. From the fears of these naysayers would rise Hydaelyn. She who was to serve as his shackles, to bind him and hold him in check. And so they fought, and they fought, and they fought, and in the end, Hydaelyn was victorious. With all her strength, she smote him, dealing a blow so devastating that it split the very fabric of reality. And thus was Zodiac banished and his being divided. That concludes today's lesson on long-forgotten history. Though I imagine your mother would offer a rather contradictory account, as is her wont.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods.
What? Not gods of the first? Is that what you thought these paintings depicted? Or... Oh. They are gods after a fashion, yes. But no different from the kind with which you are so intimately acquainted. Formed of faith and prayer, of conviction and devotion. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
You have spun quite a tale. Yet you have not explained the role of the Ascians in all of this. How is it you are privy to ancient secrets lost to time?
Finally you ask the right question. And shrewd questions warrant honest answers. We Ascians know because it is our history, our story. It was we who summoned Zodiac, we natives of that sundered paradise. Now, do you see why we yearn for the great rejoining? For our world, for our people, for all creation to be made whole again. Wouldn't you wish for the same?
There's more to the story. That was a lightning experience, though not in the way I had hoped. I always suspected were primals. Do you suppose there is any truth? Please. With the recent events plainly warrant further discussion, I think it's best that we wait until often enough the present, including how convenient is that he should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Fano and make certain withdraws. The blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. So I can fly now. Indeed, I am pleased to report the Light Warden is no more thanks to the large part of you. The death of a single Sin Eater should make such a difference. But the death, as our number wonder, so to our hope be ruins. We have devoted our lives regarding purpose, yet here we are, and I who we waited these many centuries, and with your arrival came a chance to pass of our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been rewarded enough. Never did we imagine that it would serve to banish the light and preserve these woods. On behalf of the views of our forebears, late Emperor Ronka, you have our deepest thanks. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through Revel proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honor and one we never hoped. Please, you need not to be humbled. We do our duties to create Emperor, late Emperor. Would it still us express our gratitude in person? But sisters, does this not mean our duties fulfilled? To our lives, perhaps, but to the ruins cannot be left unguarded. So as long as we live in these woods, the secret of Ronka must not fall to the wrong hands. No, we escorted him back to Cedarwood shortly after out. If you would return to the Knight's Blesses, we will not keep you any longer. Suspect glad of your company. Thank you. I look forward to the day that we might share one more lessons of Ronkan. We wait your return then. Now that I can fly, I should unlock these so the map will be good.
Ah, you are returned. And none the worse for wear, I see.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the Everlasting Dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes. The sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering. In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered. That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. And now I see that I was right. You are the bringers of shadow, the warriors of darkness, the saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong, but we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
I will do as you say, but please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we will hold you in ours. Now, and ever after. By the boundless dark, this I swear.
Though it pains me to leave, it is time to return with you and the others to Crispinthorn. But before we go, may I speak with you in private? I will wait in your chambers. Oh, she's gonna finally tell him, but he already overheard. Thank you for coming, though I keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory, well, I fear they prove true, so I must share them with you. For this, from the first when we met in Forgone, your ether has appeared to be tainted, suffered with overabundance of light, not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light One, I feared that the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Hadron's plasm, rather it was absorbed into your being. Ranger also suspected as much, although he is unwilling to share his thought on this matter. One thing is certain, is with every warning you defeat, the danger to you grows greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange at all, pray before me at once. You should hurry before the others begin to worry. Once I have sorted my things, here I shall rejoin you. Wait at the entrance. That's the fatal word. We took one of the last patrol perimeter, and all things considered, Cedarwood remains safe. Thanks for the antidote, and all those who poisoned will take a full recovery. With that night sky returned, their prayers have been answered. Sorry to keep on waiting. Shall we be off that? I would not deny that that part of me wishes I could stay. For 2 years I've lived blessed, learned their culture, even though as far as to adopt as master my own. No, but I pray I do not honor to it. Now is not the time to doubt hesitation. Come, we must return to Therion. Okay. I gotta make that bigger, I forgot. Thinking guards, no. This will help. Yeah, that should help. Yeah, now I can see behind the writing. Without needing to move. Have yet arrived, but yet. Doc, my friend, this is good to see you all again. Alpha 9, it's been too long. I assume the presence here means you have bought the World Warden weekend. Found and slain, you say. I should have known. Yamura has recently dispatched the social corners of and to defend them. I am glad to tell you their efforts were wasted on the Greywood. Speaking of more, what came to our meeting with Valkyrie? Yes, about that. It proved to be Zot, you must push yourself. It's time away to the tower has clearly taken it still. No doubt you are all tired as well, haven't traveled so far. Why don't we take a much needed rest before we discuss our findings? Same after your clash. You deserve a chance to recover. Madam. Welcome back. Stir, return. And I can see incursion takes.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me. True enough. Packing up and going home isn't really an option, is it? If you don't face the music here, it'll only come and find you there. Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will? Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascians stock in trade. Villains, heroes, all a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge. When I saw the people of Slitherbough look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good. It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear...
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host. So the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game. Something to consider at any rate. But come, there is work to be done.
These bloodless games make for poor sport. Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body. Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy. My friend. I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
I suspect that you might be awake. Could scarce imagine sleeping through this such commotion. The entire host of Sea Eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarian. Emergency measures have been taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe as long as we remain under the Crystal Tower, Aegis. You may return to report us if you wish. Yes, though you might feel that way, I cannot say that your assistant will be anything less than welcome. I must remain with Maraine's information, otherwise rescind. But you are under no such obligation, thus free to aid the townsfolk if you may distress. The attacks tend to become the point of conversations at this time, from each crown to those seeking solace and companionship. You would have my personal gratitude, suffer to those who's here. A few townsfolk about your spy, none who appear to be distressed. I only just returned from Emma, yet I find the Crystarian moments preceded by Sea Eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Father, tell me you have some ideas why this is happening. I may, but the moment we need to postpone such a discussion in favor of action. The Crystal Arch is preparing to deploy Barrier around the Crystarium speak, ensuring that he's able to do so should be our first concern. Here are the numbers of instrument placed on the Crystarium that functions as anchor for the Barrier. I am not... No. Each case, 3 pair of hands would be better than 1. Very well, I shall take you to the south. I shall deal with the moment of Paris, then we will head the west. 2 and platform extend per level. Spin upper.
Senator sighted! They're coming!
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Crystarian, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the City Guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
Let's give it our all!
Help is at hand. Leave the healing to me.
shall protect thee.
You will rue the day you crossed my path! It was nothing.
On your feet! not be outdone! Theory and practice! If naught else will suffice, my strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant us.
Let's give them a show! With heart and steel!
There are so many.
Ah, God damn it!
Lena! Yeah! Lena, hold on.
They turned on me.
This one is mine!
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so.
Run! Run, damn you!
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now.
God damn it!
Please let this work. Please let this work. No. No, no. Stay back. Stay back.
Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.